Good work done by We Are One Ocean and Shiseido there at Kahuku. Turning to live action here with J.Andre on the backhand. A nice hook for the Brazilian goofy foot.
A very difficult wave to surf. Here's Jadson on that replay. First turn. Controlled snap out of the top. This one gets a little more radical and tight. Just whips it and pushes that tail out. Takes his time at the bottom here to get around and get this last turn in. And I didn't think he was going to make this one. When I looked at that situation right there, I went, oh, there's no way he's pulling.
Presented by Shiseido. Right behind him, J.Lawler got in this event as an injury wildcard replacement. And so quick one for Jordy, but a pretty well-surfed wave for J.Andre in this heat. As this used to be a final qualifying series event of the year. So Jaddy knows how to surf a clutch heat at Sunset. So does this guy, this C.Coffin, the 2017 champ out here at Sunset Beach on his opening ride.
Well, you can see how much that board was bouncing around, Kaibo. You can see the nose of it flapping about. And if you don't settle that nose and get on that front rail and drive those turns, it can feel and look a little bit awkward. But it's a starter. Definitely Jadson getting the better of that opening exchange.
So still waiting for the numbers for Andre as well as Coffin. As I stated before, Coffin took a big win out here in 2017. Live action here with J.Lawler. That's better for the wild card. Just one turn, but it was a dynamic turn.
So we see here on this replay, Kipes, gets low, touches the water, throws the upper body, snaps out of the top, comes down, and then this inside section just walls up, closes out, and he jumps straight here. Rather than straightening off and letting that white water push you in a little bit.
But you know, luckily we got back out and I got the next wave, and it was a good wave, so I was stoked.
Amazing. We'll go rest up, look after yourself, and we'll see you in round 3.
Coffin up and riding, and the chatter out there evident on that long railed board, trying to keep smooth out there, BL, but you can tell there's a lot going on. There's a lot of lump, bump, and bounce. Here we go. Lawler on the backup board. Carve off the top. Patient off the bottom, little caught on his heels there. Another bobble. Able to regain composure. And one more hook. A bit of safety surfing, but that is just an illustration of how difficult the water is right now, BL. And here's another look at it.
Snaps out of the top. Fades back, a little wobble there, another little wobble there. There's so much water moving. That snap was clean, waiting for it, patient. Drifts the tail there, made that kind of look cuter than the section most probably allowed.
4.33 comes in for J.Lawler, and that was a good number for him. Puts him in the lead. Here we go. J.Andre dropping in on the backhand. Big face in front of him. Nice hook for Jaddy, baby. Doubles up on the inside here. Nice pace again for the Brazilian goofy foot. And a more aggressive turn on the steep inside section. And the tempo continues through the length of this ride. 4 turns for J.Andre, and that's going to really help his cause.
That was beautifully surfed from start to finish, and I hope the judges appreciate how deep he took off and where he caught that wave from.
Here it is again.
So he waits his time, comes around the section from way deep. Just watch how clean the rail is here. Holds it through the drive of the turn. You can still see the bump and lump, but he's low and compressed and gets the opportunity to get a little more radical out of the lip there. Another nice driving snap. That was a really beautifully surfed wave, and if we saw a 4.33 for J.Lawler, well, you know, in my mind goes, is that twice as good? You know, are we heading towards an excellent score here for Jaddy? And you can see how deep he was, Kipes.
Yeah, and to Jadson's benefit, it looks as if he has his Sunset Act dialed. And he's one of the Championship Tour surfers who's always surfed the qualifying series event here at Sunset Beach. And the homework looks like it's paying off for J.Andre. A lot of other CT surfers haven't surfed at Sunset as much because we haven't had a Championship Tour event here since 2003 for the men. So Jaddy's homework paying off, and I'm waiting for a big number.
Yeah, beautiful snaps, great control. And he's got that 5-point ride for the first one. This is obviously going to be the best wave of the heat so far. Great positioning for the takeoff.
This gives you this raw Hawaiian power, and here it is with J.Lawler. Stalls a bottom turn and is just going to have to survive a lot of white water and refraction and warble through this wave, battling with this wave. Nice hook on the inside. Again, really have to have a solid stance to complete a ride, and Lawler looking to better his low of a 3.57. We'll see what the number is.
We can see this rain squall coming through right now. It's the reason why there's that haziness on the screen.
C.Coffin in third, currently needs a 4.63. Coffin being patient at the beginning with a couple of cutbacks. There's a big carve that we like to see from the Santa Barbarian. Back up in the lip again and gets bounced off, unfortunately for Coffin. So he's going to continue to search for that score. And since I am on Team Goofyfoot, I'm going to shout out some more Goofyfoots. There's one out here. Barton Lynch, you're one of them. You're on the list. Tom Carroll, Derek Ho. So there's been some Goofyfoots that have done it out here. Jim Banks way back in 1979. Here we are in modern time with C.Coffin searching for a 4.63, swooping through the rain that has come down here in this heat. And we'll see if that was enough to get that nuts.
Well, it was definitely his best ride. Here, another wave.
Lawler. And you can see the ribbon of trail behind him, and a brutal hatchet to the head. Compliments of Sunset Beach.
Absolutely, and it's when you're under there, it's ripping your body apart, limb from limb, and it's not a fun place to spend time.
Tough heat, tight numbers, and a lot of action going down. Impressive, J.Andre just riding 2 waves in this half-hour heat, but those 2 waves are enough for Jadson to advance into the round of 32, as well as C.Coffin. There's the numbers for you. We're going to be back.